you just get snippy with me?
I'm just saying you asked me why.
You got snippy.
Fair.
You snippy. Don't snip at me.
It's this Epic Disaster Podcast.
Hi, guys.
Hello, how are you? How you doing out there? They're not answering.
I'm sorry. They don't like you.
Thanks for joining us here on this another week of the number 31. We're number 31.
Yes.
We did 30, now 31.
You can add.
It won't be long before the podcast passes my age. I will be really happy when the podcast is older than me.
Why is
I
that?
won't be the only old person in the room. I won't be
speak
the
for
oldest person in the
yourself.
room. But we're at episode 31. We have people out there listening. I'm spitting a lot today. I don't know why.
You just
I
spit on me
I
again.
rained again. What is going on?
That's
I got
disgusting.
very juicy talking today. What's a juicy talk?
It's juicy.
That should be a song. Oh, yeah, juicy talk. Yeah.
How about you don't write it?
I won't write it, and I won't sing it.
Good.
I won't sing it.
Hi, guys.
But let's
Thanks for joining us.
let's do that thing we do.
That thing you do.
We're gonna start our show like we always do with a live beer review.
Oh, good.
Today
I'm glad.
we have a
Okay.
weird kind of interesting beer. I'm sort of scared of it. Sort of.
I'm this. Okay. Let me just say that I'm really looking forward to this beer.
Really?
Because.
Because why?
All right. So let me just tell you what
It's
it
got
is
good,
first.
really cool packaging.
Well, of course, it's Three Taverns. And Three Taverns artwork that's on their beer is gorgeous and amazing.
Okay.
This is called Lord Grey. And this
Wow.
is an Earl Grey tea sour ale.
Oh, is it sour?
Yes.
I missed that part. I
So,
knew.
so okay, once again, you call me
Ooh.
over here for a 5%er.
Oh.
What is with you? Oh, although it is a sour. Sours tend to be lower in alcohol content. Did you make that one?
No. 3 things I threw. All 3 of them landed on top of each other. Not one single thing went in the garbage can.
And you never thought to adjust your aim.
I will say I threw that one with my left hand in across the room.
And it still landed in the same place?
It landed in the same place, and I got really close. So
Nice.
I call
Okay.
it a victory for me.
So basically, Earl Grey tea, especially Earl Grey tea with extra bergamot, is my absolute favorite tea on the planet. I make that for
Really?
iced tea. That's what I use for iced tea.
Okay.
Unless I use green tea, but that's another story.
Mm-hmm.
But this says that this is brewed and canned, of course, by Three Taverns Craft Brewery in Decatur, right here in Georgia, not far from us. We should go there. Let's see, it says another from our Sour Asylum series of lacto-fermented beers.
I don't like the smell.
Shut up. Lord Grey offers the flamboyance of the bergamot orange. Thank God.
It's too citrusy.
Shut up. Bright and balanced and quintessentially British, the world's most famous tea adds strong, tangy, and zesty flavors of orange and lemon to this lighter-bodied sour ale. So I am thrilled to death, and you are frightened.
Well, you know I don't like citrus beer, and it smells really, really citrusy. So I'm
Oh,
kinda,
it smells heavenly. What are you talking
All
about?
right, but I'm going to try it.
Okay, you try it first. I'm going to tell him what color it is.
Here I go. It's okay.
It's you just taste. Okay, so it's super pretty. It's a light honey color. It's almost yellow, but it's really kind of pretty.
Interesting. It is a sour. I'm glad you said that because if I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah, I mean it's a sour, but it's kind of a mild sour. It's not overtly sour.
It's got an interesting taste. A very unique taste. A taste of its own.
I can taste the tea.
It is in there.
I love it.
It is in there.
It's so good.
Indeed it is.
I'm happy.
How you doing over there? Do you have a good week? Pretty good week?
I took yesterday off of work.
Really?
Yeah, I took the whole day. I planned a PTO day in the middle of the week,
And they just let you do that. You just go, I'm not coming in. They're like, fine.
as long as it's on the calendar.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, and as long as I don't have meetings I have to be at or anything, which I did, but somebody else handled it for me. Anyways, the reason that I took yesterday off of work is because I went out Tuesday night to a concert.
A concert, you say?
Now, I haven't been to a live music event of that magnitude. I mean, and mind you, it wasn't like a huge, like a mega concert.
It was sold out.
It was sold out. But I haven't been to one that big in probably 20 years because I have anxiety around music events.
That's true. You do. People, not music events. But
People, yeah, because for a long time I didn't go to movie theaters either because something about a whole room of people all looking in the same direction
Okay.
freaks me out.
Really?
I don't know what it is.
Interesting.
But it freaks me out. But about 2 years ago, I decided I should start going to movies because I was invited to one and I said yes. And since then...
Yeah, you would never go with me. I tried to get you to go.
Yeah, but you never actually invited me.
I did.
You just said we should do this.
There were several movies, and we didn't go because you were like, no, I don't go to a movie. You actually said it exactly like that.
Well,
I don't go to movies anymore.
Was I drunk?
No, but that's how
Oh.
you talked back then,
Okay.
as I recall.
So I've learned to enunciate. Now,
Something like
is what you're
that.
saying.
You
All
changed your
right.
voice a little bit. I'm just going to say.
Well, anyways, I finally got over my fear and I started going to movies, and now I actually go to the movies by myself sometimes, which is a thing. So I decided to go to this music event. I was invited. I was over at my friends for brunch. They're like, "Hey, we have an extra ticket. We want you to come and see Erasure with us at the Tabernacle."
Wow.
And I said, "Fuck yeah!" So guess what I did? I went, and I will tell you all about it. No, they aren't techno.
Kind of.
No,
They're very synthy. It's funny because after you saw it, like yesterday, I think I was watching TV, maybe MTV Classic, and their Break These Chains of Love came on.
They did that song
I
at
thought
the
they would.
concert, and I was so thrilled. Now, mind you, I like old Erasure. The newer stuff I'm not as familiar with, but it was still really good. I'm going to, of course, buy some newer albums
Yeah.
of theirs because I enjoyed it.
Okay.
But I had a lot of fun. Tabernacle gets really hot in there.
That's a weird room. I went there. I saw Flogging Molly there.
I thought that's who you saw there, and
It
then I
is.
thought this must be too small of a venue for them.
You would think.
But then, guess what? Guess who's going to be there? What, next week?
Who?
Sting.
No.
Yes.
Well, he'll sell it out immediately, but he's
Yes.
probably doing don't you think it's kind of an intimate show?
Yes.
Sting at the Tabernacle. I would kind of want to see that, maybe.
So I do have some stories in regard to the concert. I want to tell you a little bit about it.
All right.
Let's start with the fact that, again, this is the first music event I've been to in 20 years, and I do have anxiety around these types of events. I did not know where the tickets were, but it was an all-seating event. So there was no,
No standing.
right.
Everybody
Well,
sit down.
No, I mean, you could stand.
Sir, sit down. Sit down. There's no standing. This
It
is
was
an all
assigned
event.
seating. Anyways, so we're at the place, and we look at our tickets, and we're on the very, very top
Yeah.
in the back.
That's what I was saying. That would be a good place for you. Because when I was there, the bottom floor, no seating. I mean, it's Flogging Molly. People are going to be moshing and whatever they do. But there was no seating.
They had assigned seating on the floor for this show.
I wanted the geezer seats. I think I might have enjoyed it more if I was sitting in the geezer seats.
Well, I also have a fear of heights.
Oh, yeah.
And-
and a fear of God. And you were up there closer.
I was
In
much
the
closer.
Tabernacle.
In the Tabernacle, which is an old church. And I was, their upper seating is
Yeah.
very steep.
Oh.
And the stairs up there are deep, I guess is the word I'm looking for.
Deep and steep.
Deep and steep, and the
favorite
stairs
comedy team.
themselves. I guess what I should say is they're high. Each step is high,
Mm-hmm.
but each stair is shallow, so that it's almost your whole foot doesn't even fit.
It's
on
waiting
the
for you to
landing.
fall.
It wants you to.
It's
It's begging you to fall.
Trying to make you fall.
So we're in the seats, not the front row of the upper area, but the one behind it. And I at one point, we're sitting there, and at one point I just thought, okay, this is, my anxiety just went whoosh, and I felt it, and I thought, because I had this thought, some drunk asshole is going to fall down those stairs behind me,
Yeah.
and he's going to hit me, and I'm going to go over the edge.
Oh, no.
Because at the edge, there's only this tiny little rail.
Yeah.
There's there's nothing there.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm gonna fall. I'm 10 feet behind this thing at this point. But my fear
It
was like,
happens
I'm
every
going
day,
to fall.
all the time. Every concert, at least once.
And
You
then,
read about it.
I mean, it didn't happen at this one. So we're really starting to get into the show. Thankfully, the bartender had a crush on me and Greg. Chris wasn't drinking, but. So she was pouring, heavily pouring, and we were heavily buying, and they were spendy, but we bought, and we're sitting there drinking, and the great opening band comes on, Reed and Caroline, and they were really good. I'm going to buy one of their albums. They're this band that's like two high school science teachers decided to start a band.
Oh.
And every song they did was accompanied with visuals, like a video. And so they're kind of a mixed media performance. And it was a lot of fun. And it's just the two of them. It's one, and all she does is sing.
My high school science teacher was like 7 foot tall.
I think she was too.
Well, this was a dude, and he had a huge porn mustache.
He did not.
Gigantic dude with porn mustache teaching biology.
We need to discuss this on another tone. However, so I'm listening to the show, and it's good, and it's fun, and it's great. And then there's a little intermission before Erasure comes on, and they're setting up. And finally they start, and it's kicking like from day one. And his outfit was gorgeous.
Wait, the main band or the early? Okay,
Erasure.
The main act.
The main act, which was Erasure. And his voice was on point the entire time.
Yeah.
He was amazing. He looked great. Turns out they bought a loft here in Atlanta.
Oh, really? They're local.
So they're going to be spending time here in the city.
Now, let me ask you, because I wondered about this when I saw the video, because I believe the video is like flying around and stuff. So they're now probably, I'm just going to say my age ish.
Yes.
Middle-aged.
Possibly a little older.
They're middle-aged.
Yes.
Did they have a lot of energy, or were they all just kind of standing around?
They had a lot of energy.
Have you ever seen the video?
Now, mind you, it's just two of them.
Okay.
And then they have two backup singers. And the two backup singers were very beautiful cross-dressed men, I believe. One of them may have been female, but it doesn't matter. They were gorgeous. And then, of course, the musician side of the act was up on this stage.
Okay.
And he was doing his thing, and you could barely see him.
Was it synth?
Yes.
All the synth, yeah.
Yes, and guitar and other things.
You know the band EMF?
Yes.
You're unbelievable. Have you ever seen that video? And have you ever seen them do it like live, that song?
No.
I mean, there's so much energy, jumping around, jumping off things, jumping up and down. It's just nonstop crazy energy. And I always wondered what they would be like now.
Oh, yeah.
I just wonder if they're all like, screw it, we're sitting down. We're not going to do this.
Well, the front man, he did get down a few times. At one point, he took off his blazer because it was very hot.
Oh,
and then he had this
Atlanta,
awesome
by the way.
sparkly shirt on.
Oh.
And you could tell that he just had like tights on underneath.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
How could you tell?
And then eventually he took his shirt off too.
Oh.
And he just had this entire bodysuit. It was this entire bodysuit that's almost see-through, but it had like a floral design on it.
Wow.
And mind you, he's a little older.
Got a little hotter in there.
He's got a little bit of a dad bod.
Okay.
But he got down. He was dancing, having a good time. And then at one point, my anxiety kicked up again.
Uh-oh.
Because
you have this anxiety of dad bods.
No, I like dad bods.
Oh.
This was the anxiety of I smell electrical burning.
Oh.
And
Part
so
of the
did
show.
everybody else.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, so you're kind of afraid of the little great white thing where it's like all of a sudden a fire starts on the stage and everybody rushes toward the exits.
Well, yeah, because to get where
I
I was, you have to walk up 6 flights of stairs.
True.
And it's all stairs.
And it's wood.
And it's wood stairs.
It's a wooden building.
The entire building is wood.
It is.
Except for the outside, which is brick.
Yeah. Did you get frisked?
I did.
Heavy security? That was the most, when I went, it was the heaviest security. I was wearing a kilt.
Yeah.
They almost didn't let me take my Sporin in. They weren't going to let me wear the kilt pin. And I was like, what?
Okay, that did not occur.
Yeah,
they did
they were
look
really
in my
bossy.
I had a bag because I, didn't want to set my keys and stuff down.
Uh-huh.
And so I had a bag and they looked in this tiny little bag. And they looked in it just fine.
Mm-hmm.
They did do the little frisky and she was cute and that was fun.
Yeah, like 4 women frisked me under my kilt. I don't know why. Is that like standard?
Yes, for kilts it is.
It happened.
Mm-hmm. But we did make it out alive. We had a blast. We had an absolute blast. But I tell you, I definitely needed that day off. Not because I was drunk, because I wasn't. I wasn't like hungover the next day. I just needed
Get off your stress.
I needed my
Calm down.
I needed to be alone.
Would you do it again? Would you go to another show?
Yes.
So you kind of maybe conquered a little bit of your, not fear, but you kind of got a little anxiety out of the way. Sort of like the
did.
movies.
Yes,
I
did.
Now you're going to be like doing all the shows.
Absolutely.
My history of concerts, I used to do a radio show in Knoxville, the local music scene.
Right.
So I used to love local bands. I still do. It's like some of the local bands in Knoxville are my favorite bands. And
So we're talking Judy Bats and
Smoking Dave and the Primo Dopes.
and Fluid Ounces.
Fluid Ounces is Nashville.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, V-Roy's, Super Drag. I mean, tons of them. But back in the 80s, no one got famous. Judy Bats and Knoxville were the first band to really get famous in the 80s. And everybody else was just, when they did it, everybody was like, screw them.
But now it's good music.
Well, yeah, I don't even know what the scene is like there now. I haven't been there for so long. But there's a lot of live music there. But I really loved local bands and liked going to see local bands perform. But I still would do some big bands. Major bands. What do you call them? Touring acts, national big touring act band things, concerts, whatever.
Those things.
Yeah, those. I'm not as much into that as I am smaller bands. You
like the indie music.
I like indie music, and I like smaller venues. I like musicians that play smaller venues. So that tends to be, and I think the Tabernacle as a venue, that might be as the max. If I'm going to see an act, then I want a major, I'm going to see Pearl Jam at an arena.
Yeah. I don't know that I can handle an arena. I don't think I'm even going to try. I'll be honest.
Okay, so let me ask you, what the best concert you've seen in your life?
Oh.
What would that be? Think about it.
I thought about it.
Think about it.
Okay, let me tell you the kind of concerts I used to go to.
All right.
Because we're talking 20 years ago, right?
Sure. Or any time.
I started going to,
maybe the one you went the other night was the best concert you've ever seen.
I haven't been, I started going to concerts when I was 12 or 13.
Yes.
Now, when I was...
And doing drugs, as we know.
Prior to that. When I was 12, I used to be able to get into the clubs in L.A., like why won't it come to me now? The Troubadour.
Yeah.
And in San Francisco, like the Omni and the Stone. Mm-hmm. And these are smaller venues, and they're one-story kind of places, maybe with a mezzanine level, but not like assigned seating. They were like bars. They were like clubs.
Yeah.
Right. But I saw Great White at this tiny little club in LA.
That's pretty weird. I mentioned them. And
I did see them, and they were great. And one of my friends' bands actually opened for them. I saw.
Nothing about Great White as a band, nothing about their music. I always felt like, I don't know, the lead singer is just like my dad.
Do you know what's funny, though? When I was that age, I had a hugest crush on him.
Really?
Yes.
You got like Bret Michaels from Poison and what's his name from Motley Crue and all these they're kind of like sexy toward it. And then this guy's he just looks like your uncle fronting a band.
What does that say about me?
I don't know. It's kind of weird. I hate to say that because there's nothing wrong with him. I just felt like, because I had a little bit of time when I was sort of into hair metal. It wasn't my favorite genre. But when, the late 80s, you kind of got into it and, you sort of followed it. And it was sort of a novelty thing in a weird way.
Yeah.
And then it went just crazy. There were like everybody was doing them.
Sure.
But that guy, I don't know. They had great music, but he wasn't glamorous.
No, he wasn't glamorous. He was they were kind of trying to fit into the glam rock scene.
They didn't care,
but
really.
They didn't really do,
No.
Okay, so that's the kind of music I would go see when I started going to concerts. Like my first big concert was Day on the Green at Oakland Coliseum.
Is that somebody I should know?
That's not a band. It's a concert series where there are several bands playing.
Sorry.
And then I've seen Iron Maiden 5 times live. I've seen Guns N' Roses a couple of times. I have had the opportunity, I'm very pleased to say, to see Kiss perform twice.
That's so weird because today I was just thinking about Kiss performing. I was like, oh, I wonder how many of our listeners have ever seen Kiss
I've seen them once without makeup and once with makeup.
Now, the once with makeup, well, I guess it had to be, that was after they took their makeup off and then they did it again.
The first one I saw was without makeup.
Yeah.
Was the Lick It Up tour.
Lick It Up.
Yeah.
Well, now we got to pay royalties.
Yep. And then I saw them after that too.
Yeah.
They
weren't licking it up at
They
that
weren't
point.
licking anything except makeup off their faces.
Uh-huh.
What else did I see? Oh gosh, I've seen so many good like heavy metal bands, but I had this
the best one.
Oh, you're asking me for the best one.
The best concert you've ever seen in your life. I don't know why I'm asking you this because I don't know that I can name it.
I don't think I can name it either.
I've been trying to think. I've seen a lot of good ones.
And see, here I am thinking now, all of a sudden I'm thinking good concerts and I'm thinking of things I've seen on TV. But you want something I've seen live and in person.
Okay, so I think I've mentioned this on the podcast before. I guess my first big concert experience was Van Halen. And I was in college. This would have been 81 maybe.
Yep.
So my sophomore year in college, possibly. And, I just had had a huge crush on Valerie Bertinelli, and she had just gotten married to Eddie Van Halen. And I know when I was in high school, all my friends listened to Van Halen. I couldn't care less. I did not listen to them. And so Valerie Bertinelli marries Eddie Van Halen. And I'm like, I got to go see who this guy is.
Right.
Because, it was my competition.
Uh-huh.
He won. So they were coming to town. I went to see them. It blew me away. It changed my life. They were instantly one of my favorite bands. Put on a fantastic show.
Yeah.
Now, this was with Dave. So I saw them, I think, 3 times with Dave. 1 time with Sammy.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So I saw the full experience almost.
The full Van experience.
Didn't do the Gary Sharon thing.
The Halen and the Hagar.
Yeah. As a band, I'm in the minority. I love Sammy Hagar. I like Sammy Hagar as a solo act. I think his voice is fantastic. I think he made the band a rock band. David Lee Roth made him a show band.
Yeah.
He made him a rock band.
Yeah.
They were just so much better performers with Sammy Hagar.
I'm going to say that my favorite big concert, and this might be a little surprising, I guess. It is kind of, to me, now that I think about it. Now, one of the bands that opened for Iron Maiden, one of the first times I saw them, was, and I think I'm getting this right, I could be wrong, the Ace Frehley Experience.
Yeah.
That was really an amazing show.
He was when I was in high school, he was my kind of god guy. Because I was really into Kiss in high school, even though now I think they're a shitty band.
Yeah.
But he was my favorite. And he has the same birthday as me.
Oh,
April
well, it's
27th.
special.
Yeah.
Also,
so that was really cool.
Oh, Ronnie James Dio.
Oh.
That's a hell of a show.
What was he in? What band? What is it, solo? Was he in Rainbow?
He's in Dio.
Dio, but it
prior to that, he was in,
Rainbow.
I think, I want to say it was Rainbow, yeah. Now, I will tell you about an experience I had that I'll tell you was probably a great concert experience, even though I didn't see any of the concert.
Okay.
So my sister had to have been, she was driving, so she had to have been about 16. And so that would make me 3 years younger than her, so about 13. And I had a girlfriend, Jennifer.
Jailbait on wheels right there. Look out, guys.
I had a girlfriend.
This is trouble.
Jennifer and I went to this concert, and Allison was Heather's date for the concert. So we all go to this concert, and the first thing Jen and I do is drop some acid, right?
Yeah.
Now, this is at this is at Candlestick Park.
Okay.
And it's the Monsters of Rock tour.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so we are talking Metallica, Scorpions.
Oh, man.
We've got Kingdom Come. We've got some other big names, right?
Yeah. Ozzy. Was Ozzy there? Was that
I don't remember.
Ozfest, maybe?
No, that wasn't Ozfest. But anyways, so big names, and there's 6 of them. Okay, 6 or 7 bands playing. So of course we're there at 7 o'clock in the morning, and all.
Can I do the commercial? Can I do the commercial real quick?
Yes.
Monsters of Rock.
It almost sounded like you were vomiting.
I came close to it.
Okay, well done. So we're there, and what we did, we walked around. Candlestick is used to be a round
right.
stadium, and we just walked around Candlestick.
That was all you did.
And we just walked around. We listened to the music. Obviously, we could hear it, but we could not handle being.
You're
there.
Cruising.
We were just wandering around. I did meet a guy that night because after the show.
Well, yeah, you saw everybody there. So.
Now Jen and I have to go find the car. Okay.
Uh-oh.
And this is before cell phones, people. We couldn't text my sister and be like, where'd we park? Because we're stoned and we don't know. We couldn't do that. So we just knew kind of in general which direction we had parked in. And these 2 guys are helping us find our car. One of their names was Mike. And
Mike, if you're listening and you were helping a girl find her car back in the...
Oh, we did more than that.
Oh.
So we finally find the car. It was like a wild goose chase for 2 hours after the concert. We finally find the car. My sister and Allison are in the car waiting asleep. We find the car. We get to the car. And at that point, we're like, we have to give them a ride home.
Oh,
right?
Sure.
So we give them a ride home. I kissed the guy. We got each other's numbers. We started dating.
Okay.
Now, mind you, I had to have been 14 at this time.
Yeah.
He was 24.
Yeah. Mike, when you get out of prison, could you please call us? We'd like for you to be a guest on the show.
He was the one that got away.
Really?
Yeah, big time. And it was my fault.
What are he doing now? What if he thinks about you? Like, remember that 14-year-old girl?
I don't know if he would think about me at all. I did fly down to L.A. with him and help his mother move. My father allowed me.
Do you know his last name? I'm not saying say it. I'm just saying, do you know it?
Yes.
So
yes,
you could potentially. Have you looked him up? You've looked him up on Facebook.
I have looked him up.
You have looked him up on Facebook.
I have, and I haven't found him. I don't even know if he's still alive.
Oh.
He has a twin brother. I'll tell you that.
Okay.
He was in a band. I won't tell. Should I say the name of the band?
No.
Oh.
No, because you could trace that.
Okay. Anyways, yeah, kind of missed that dude. But again, that was 30 years ago. I am now 44. Well, I will be 44 at the end of this month. So that was 30 years ago.
By the way, Mike, you have a 30-year-old child we'd like to introduce you to. Please give us a call.
Actually, he almost did.
Uh-oh. We won't keep going there. Well, I will say, too, that this is also a surprise. I dated a 14-year-old girl. No.
No, you didn't.
Did not.
You've never dated anyone under the age of 16.
Well, I did when I was 16.
Okay.
But anyway. Okay. So a few years ago, like I have kind of turned, my music style has changed.
Yes.
I like all kinds of music, but recently I've been listening to more kind of Americana type of music, slightly bluegrass, kind of country swing. You know?
Yeah.
Pokey Lafarge, I kind of get into that
Sure.
a lot. And I discovered this band a few years ago, Devil Makes Three.
Yeah. They're good.
If you know about them, they're basically just a kind of a bluegrass band
with
some balls. I mean, just not what you would think of.
Big balls.
Yeah, I mean, they're kind of a punk bluegrass. That's what I would call them. So they were going to be here in Atlanta. This has been couple years ago now, and I asked my wife if she wanted to go, and she said sure. So we went to what's the theater down at Little Five Points? Village Theater, maybe.
Okay,
could be it. So I went. I found out they almost sold it out, and that's a huge venue.
Is it really? I've not been there.
There's only 3 people in the band. They play this kind of. I really thought it was going to be kind of an intimate experience. So we went. It was packed out. They kicked ass.
They're a fun band.
Totally did not They were really good. Might be definitely in the top 5 concerts I've seen in my life. They were just good, and just 3 people playing string instruments, and they're good.
Yeah,
I mean,
they are
really,
that good.
really tight.
They are that good.
But yeah, I saw Bare Naked Ladies in concert. That was a really, really good show.
What's a concert that you didn't get to see that now you can't, that you wanted to?
Police, 1985, maybe 4 or 5, Synchronicity.
Okay.
To see that live.
Yeah.
And then they came back and they toured, and I did not go see them.
Damn it.
I always said that was the one that got away at concerts.
Yeah.
But
yeah. So here's something you might not know about me.
Okay.
You know, I kind of followed the Grateful Dead around for a little while.
I don't know if I knew that about you.
Yeah. I went braless and shoeless for a year.
Really?
Yes.
Is this with Jerry? After Jerry?
With.
So he was still there?
Yes.
Oh.
I wouldn't follow him now without Jerry.
Okay.
Jerry was the thing. But, okay, so I had some experiences at some of these shows. My favorite place to see the Grateful Dead was at the Henry J. Kaiser in Oakland.
Yeah.
And I've actually been in the big pond outside the Henry J., which is probably why I'm sick all the time.
Okay.
But they would have 3 sets with 2 intermissions. And during the intermissions, like we'd be down on the floor dancing. And during an intermission, everybody just kind of sits down and hangs out. And they turn the lights on so you can see everybody and, whatever. And people would just come around with acid. And you would just
give you acid.
You would just open your mouth like,
really?
a baby bird, and they would just drop drugs in your face.
Wow.
And yeah, so that was an experience for me.
That sounds crazy.
It was crazy. It didn't last long. Like I said, it was probably for about 6 or 8 months, somewhere in there.
I've discovered as I get older, I can't tolerate concerts that much. I don't know why. It kind of makes me mad.
I can't tolerate, like, I definitely had the ringing
Yeah.
After,
well, yeah, that always happens to me.
Yeah.
I've bought professional earplugs. I have to, because every time I go, I lose a little more of my hearing because I have that kind of hearing. But I don't know. Like I saw Flogging Molly, one of my favorite bands. Halfway through, I was ready to go home.
Really?
And I love them.
And what was making you want to go home?
Just I just standing there. It's hot. Kids everywhere.
You didn't have somewhere to put your
like,
butt.
can I just watch this on video, please? Is that I mean, that's fine.
Yeah.
It's that. Like I saw Billy Joel last summer, which was fine.
Sure.
Because he's my guy.
Yeah.
And I've seen him once before, so I got to see him in Atlanta. Huge, whatever the Braves, wherever they play, that stadium.
Are you talking about Turner Field or the new one?
The new one.
The Mercedes.
It was one of the first big concerts, and it might have been the first big concert. And it was great. Loved it. Fine. But after a while, I'm just like, this is too much trouble. It's hot. Can we just go home and watch it?
I couldn't handle that big of an arena. I just could not.
As I get older, I just can't do it anymore. And so it would take, and it does, it takes a lot to bring me out to actually see a show.
Yeah. Yeah.
and then I see it and I'm like, oh man, I'm so glad that's over.
It was fun, but now let's go home and go to
If
bed.
I could sit down and it's air conditioned and I have a
Sure.
good view
Sure.
and people don't
that's
stand.
one thing about Tabernacle. It gets hot in
Yeah.
there. Hot.
Yeah, and that's the way it was. So I don't know. I can't hardly do it anymore. There's a few that I would go to. I'd love to see Pearl Jam. I think live. But yeah, I don't know.
So I'm going to change the subject on you.
Okay, let's change the subject.
Do you want to know why?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, because we didn't do our Zabmondo.
We should do Zabmondo because we're about halfway through. We got another half. So
All right, let's
take a
do
half break.
a little half break, and we'll do some Zabmondo. I'm going to go first. You're going to
Yeah, because I got some questions for you after the Zabmondo.
Okay, well, we have a whole other subject to discuss.
Yeah, but I got some questions about that. Maybe.
Okay, you're gonna get a card.
Is it my turn?
I'm gonna.
You dropping the stones?
Yeah, I'm gonna drop a stone.
Zabmondo, for people who don't know, it's some what would you do?
It's a would you rather.
Would you rather?
Yes, not what would you do?
Questions.
That's kind of an open ending.
So you drop colors, and then it's kind of like Trivial Pursuit.
I got a green
Sherry's
one.
dropped a green
Tell
color.
them what the green category is.
The green category is ethics/intellect.
I have one of those.
Okay. Here is your question today.
Yes.
Would you rather be a rich, successful person who decides at age 40 to finally get to know yourself and the meaning of life? Or
What?
have already done those things at a young age and begin building your fortune at 40?
Oh, the first one.
Really?
Absolutely. Because I could get to know 20-year-old me, but I'm not that person anymore.
Okay.
So I would rather have the fortune and the stability
And then give it up.
and then go find myself.
I would do the opposite.
Would you really?
I think I would make a better company.
Wait, it
if
didn't say I had to give it up.
It says, I'm going to read the question one more time.
Well, I didn't know I had to give it up.
Would you rather be a rich, successful person who decides at age 40 to finally get to know yourself and the meaning of life? True, it does not say
It
that.
doesn't say I have to give it up.
Or have already done those things at a young age and begin building your fortune at 40?
Now-
Yeah, and now that I think about it, I'm not sure you can build a successful company with great ethics anymore.
I don't think it's a thing.
I'm not sure you can do that.
Give me that card.
All right.
It's my turn to ask you a question. You gotta roll a.
I got to roll
thing.
the colors.
Yeah.
Where are the colors?
They're
What did
right
you do with
here.
our colors?
Oh, sorry, they're hiding.
Give me some colors.
I had them.
You know, every week I predict I'm going to drop a yellow, and I haven't done it because I always drop purple when I predict I'm going to drop yellow.
That's true.
Today, I'm predicting I drop red.
Okay. You got a blue. It doesn't like you
My
at all.
my psychic abilities are just off right
So blue stands for appearance embarrassment.
now.
All right. So would you rather have a first? Okay. Let me start over.
Sure.
Would you rather? This is such a benign question. I don't even want to ask it.
All my questions are that.
Okay. So would you rather have a first date find your stash of used Kleenex or your stash of used dental floss in your car? It's such a stupid question. Do you want to deny this question and we'll go? ask
No,
you
I don't
another
believe
one?
that's fair because then that'll start happening every week. I think we have to ask it. But it makes me laugh because my wife has bad allergies. And I find her use tissues every freaking place in this house. All over. In our bed. Everywhere.
That's not very sexy.
Start to go cook, and right there, use tissue.
Oh, God.
It does. Because she gets attacks all the time. So
I've heard them. They're frightening.
Yeah, I think I would pick that one because she wouldn't care.
Okay.
I would pick that. And I don't know. I kind of think, I don't know. To me, dental floss might be a little grosser than used tissues. I don't know if the tissue's lying there open, that'd be disgusting. But if it's like, if I used it and then I laid it down in my car or something, I don't know. I don't think that would be that
Why
bad.
would you have any of those things in your car?
Well, I wouldn't, but it says that's the question.
Who flosses their teeth in the car?
The question said. I have to go with the question. The question is king.
All right.
I have some question for you. We should say we went to a wedding this past week.
We worked at a wedding.
We worked. This was a wedding. It was a family member of one of your friends, and they called and said, would you take some photos? And you volunteered me to take photos since I have a decent camera.
I did.
Even though I don't know that I've ever shot a wedding before.
No, you haven't.
It was a new experience.
For both of us.
And a little stressful because I'm not sure I did a great job. But we did that. So we went to a wedding. It's the first wedding I've been to since my wedding.
Yeah.
And I started thinking about some
here.
stuff. So I got some questions for you. First of all, what is the weirdest wedding you've been to?
The weirdest wedding?
The strangest wedding that you've been to. And you don't have to mention names. I think it's probably best if we don't mention names.
I've not been to a lot of weddings. Let me put
and
that out there.
let's just say, even if the wedding was maybe the strangest event that happened at a wedding you went to.
Okay. I can answer that. I went to a wedding once, and now weddings are kind of free-for-alls anyways, because especially if there's an open bar, people are going to get drunk. I will tell you I have two stories. The first one is way back when I got married for the first time. I had a wedding, and at that wedding, the best man at the wedding, at the end of the wedding, was arrested.
That's strange.
Well, he was arrested because he was downstairs out on the street. We got married at the Hilton in Anchorage, Alaska. And he was down on the street, naked.
Okay.
Pissing on the back of a cop car.
Well, that's part of weddings in some places.
And that's how he got arrested.
Now, who was this, the best man or the groom?
The best man.
Okay.
The groom was...
He wasn't really... I think the word best...
Yeah, he's not the best man.
Maybe.
But you know what? Another great thing that happened... The best thing that happened about that wedding is that for our wedding night... Now, mind you, he was downstairs helping to clean until about 2 o'clock in the morning. We had to be up at 6 to go get on a plane to go to Hawaii. So when he finally gets back to the presidential suite, which is what we had...
Sure.
I had ordered a pizza.
Uh-oh.
And so we just ate pizza and chased each other around the presidential suite with wine. And that's what we did on our wedding night. And
there you go.
We had an absolute blast.
That's what you missed, Mike. I mean, you could have had that. You could have had pizza and chasing.
Chasing with wine, running on couches.
There's a theme of you just running around in circles, whether it's at concerts or on your wedding night. I don't know what that's about.
Yeah. But the probably the most awkward experience was I went to a wedding in which the officiant tried to be funny.
Oh.
And they weren't.
That should never happen.
Like at all.
Yeah.
And it just got uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And awkward.
Right.
And it was almost, you just wanted to be like, oh.
Shut up and do the wedding.
Oh, yeah, this isn't good. It's not good.
Oh, that's never good. Well, I've been to 2. I've had 2 experiences. Well, I will take that back. I only have 1, but I heard of 1. So I went to a wedding where the groom passed out. That was interesting. No, it wasn't.
Oh, okay.
No, I passed out much later. I lost count. But,
okay.
Yeah, I passed out when I'm like, what? I'm married again? No, I remember that. I remember vividly. I was just sitting there watching it, and the groom hits the floor. And then the other one is a story someone told me. Someone in my family went to a wedding, and so they're doing the wedding, and downstairs they're setting everything up. You know how they do, get everything ready. And they're getting it all ready to set up, and they think that it's almost ready. So I don't know, they had this tier of candles. They light all the candles. They get all the food ready and everything. And the wedding runs longer and longer and longer. And whoever was down there doing all the stuff decided to go up and check. So they go up and check, and they're looking, and they're waiting. and the candles burn down and catch fire, and the entire downstairs burns.
No.
The whole church catches on fire.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
That's a wedding I wished I had.
Well, one of them, maybe.
Can you imagine, though?
That would suck.
Okay, so I got a little question for you. I started thinking about weddings. A couple of would you do this in a wedding? Let's just say, okay, so I'm going to paint this picture for you.
Please.
You're at a wedding. Your friend's getting married. You're at a wedding, and you're sitting around, and you're waiting for the wedding to start, and you got a potty. So you get up, and you say, where, I got to go potty. Anybody know where the bathroom is? I say, yeah, it's right down there, second door on your left. So you say, okay, so you get on there. You say second, third, I don't remember. So you go to the third door, open it up. The groom is there naked, having sex with someone else.
Oh, dear.
He doesn't see you. You close the door, and then you go potty, and maybe more. But do you quickly go tell the bride what you saw, or do you just let it go?
I go tell the bride immediately.
You say,
I just walked in on your fiance fucking so-and-so.
And the big wedding, they spent thousands of dollars on this.
I give a shit how much money they spent.
And they didn't see you there.
No.
They never saw you. You could walk away and pretend like it never happened.
No, and here's why.
What if it's somebody you didn't know really well? Maybe you just...
Oh, well, now.
Yeah, maybe it's somebody you kind of know, but not as much, you know?
So it's just an acquaintance's wedding?
Or it could be like, like this wedding. It could be like a family member, somebody you know, a family member of a good friend. You would probably tell the friend, though, right?
I would absolutely tell the friend and leave it up to them.
Yeah, let them
if
do it.
they wanted to do it.
Yeah.
I think if it was somebody I knew well that was getting married, you're damn right. I'm going to go break the news, and I'm going to do it right then.
Yeah.
Before they do something stupid.
And then they didn't believe you, and they're like, you're just jealous because you always wanted him.
I would just leave. I'd be like, okay, you believe whatever the hell you want to believe.
Yeah.
Because I'm a big fat liar.
I don't know. I mean, I like to think I would do that. It's your big day. It's your wedding.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's you're going to be responsible for ruining this entire wedding and like thousands and thousands. I mean, what, $65,000 on a wedding dress? Some people,
$10,000. And they're going to be mad at me.
Yeah.
And eventually they're going to blame me.
Yeah.
But after that, eventually they're going to come around and be like, "Damn, I dodged a bullet." And you know why I dodged a bullet? Because Sherry told me.
Or she doesn't believe you. She goes ahead and does the wedding.
Then I leave.
And then later they find out about it.
Then it's too late.
Yeah. What if he saw you? What if you opened the door and they both saw you and then they know?
I would call him out right then and there and make a scene.
Yeah.
I would. I would call him out right then and there and make a scene.
Just leave the door open and start yelling at everybody. Go, come in here, everybody. Look at this. What's happening?
Yep. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Johnny's doing it again.
Matter of fact, I might do that even if they didn't see me.
Yeah.
To be honest with you. I'd be like, what the hell is going on in here? Come here. Everybody, come here. Come check this out. Look at this asshole. And
then the groom shows up and you're like, wait a minute, what's going on? And he's like, that's my identical twin brother and that's his wife.
And then I'd be like, okay, sorry.
How funny.
Yeah.
I'm gonna leave now.
Let me ask you this though.
Sure.
Let me ask you kind of the same question.
Okay.
So you're at one of your very good friends' wedding.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm seeing it in my head.
And you're not very acquainted with their fiance.
Okay.
Okay, but you've been lifelong friends with this person.
Okay.
And you walk in on your friend cheating. Mm-hmm. What do you do then?
Does he see me?
Yes.
If he sees me after it's over, I'll be like, dude, what was that? What are you doing?
You're about to get married.
Yeah. And confront him. Mm-hmm. If he doesn't see me, probably would do nothing.
Really?
Yeah, I think I would be just like, if she doesn't already know this about him, and there's got to be danger signs. I don't know. I just couldn't go up to a stranger and go.
How would you feel about your friend after?
This is like one of my brothers or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how I don't think I would do it. I would just walk away. In fact, I would probably leave the wedding.
Yes.
I would just leave.
Yes.
I wouldn't even stay.
Yeah. If you're not going to say anything, don't stay for the festivities.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So that's interesting.
Yeah. That is interesting
stuff. I got another what would you do question. Let's say you thought about, you tried to figure out the perfect gift for the wedding couple, and you decided you're going to go with one of the little bullet gifts. You know what I'm talking about. And I don't mean that.
See, my mind went to like
no,
Magic
I'm talking about
Bullet.
the nutrition extractor, little bullet, smoothie maker.
And I go to the sex toy.
Well, yeah, but we both have one of these little bullet. Isn't that what it's called? The little bullet?
It's called a NutriBullet.
NutriBullet. Little bullet is, you're right, it is a sex thing. But NutriBullet. Mm-hmm. And you decide that's the perfect thing. So you get it. You wrap it up. Take it. They got a big pile of gifts there. You put it there. You're walking around. They're all looking at the gifts. They're talking after it's over. Oh, that's nice. Mm-hmm. And somebody goes, yeah, I got you one of those NutriBullets.
Oh, well. Oh, well. If the couple didn't register, it's on them. It's up to them to take that shit back.
When their back is turned, would you try to grab the gift and take it back?
No.
Hide it?
No.
Take it?
No.
You can go get something else? You could take it and just go, oh, I forgot to bring the gift that day. I'm sorry.
Nope.
Here it is. It's the it's the super NutriBullet.
No.
The other person didn't get you.
No, and here's why.
You would just leave it there.
I would just leave it.
So they open the other person's, and then they open yours like, oh, it's another one.
Because when I give a gift, I give a gift because I think that person wants that thing.
Right.
Okay.
Sure.
Not because I want to be the person that gave them that thing.
What if the person said, I got you a NutriBullet, and they were like, oh, we already have one of those.
Then they're going to take it back anyways.
And then they take two back.
Yeah.
You could do it without them knowing, and you could get them something awesome.
I can still get them something awesome at a later time.
What if she was like, oh, I don't want that. I'd really like to have a pony. You could go get her a pony.
I'm not going to buy a bitch a pony. I'm sorry.
That should be our new T-shirt. Not going to buy a bitch a pony. This epic disaster. Hey, speaking of T-shirts, we do have some new T-shirts out.
We do.
We got Jay Hilgenfeld. I think I said the name right.
You did.
T-shirt.
You almost said it like, what's his name this time?
That has been on the website. We announced it. And we got a new Disaster Baiter T-shirt. And you could go to the merch store to get those. We make very little, if anything, off of this. And if we did make anything, it would go to helping to pay for the podcast. Because it is kind of expensive. And no one pays for it except me.
Except
I pay
you.
for it.
You pay for all of it.
I pay for it.
And then you loan me money that I never pay you back.
And we don't have any kind of income that comes in. So that could be a way to kind of help us out. If you choose, you don't have to, but it's there. Mm-hmm. Gives you an opportunity to do it. So T-shirts, we're going to be adding more T-shirts as the time goes on. And maybe if you went to the website this week, you saw we had a couple new videos up. I'm going to start making some more videos. I think I'm going to do more videos.
I think you were drunk when you did your podcast studio video.
I knew people would say that because here's what I think is weird. And I will tell you, I hadn't had one single thing to drink all day. People think when I'm having fun and I'm enjoying what I'm talking about and maybe I'm a little animated and a little excited, I'm drunk. What does that say about our society?
Wait, no, you should be asking, what does that say about you? What that says about you is the fact that you have like zero animation if you're not drinking.
I don't think that's true.
I totally don't think it's true.
You looked at the video. That was me. That was totally me.
But you were drunk.
No, I hadn't had one thing to drink that day. Zero.
Says you.
Why would I say otherwise? I have not had anything to drink except coffee. I was drinking coffee in the video.
Speaking of videos, we are going to start doing small videos.
I just said that. I just said we're going to start doing more videos. Did you hear me?
You said more videos. I said small videos.
We're going to do small videos, and we're going to do more frequent videos.
Yes. We're going to do small videos after every podcast.
I think it'd be fun. Don't you think?
I think so.
Put it up, and you can do videos on your own. I'll do some videos. We'll post them every once in a while.
Now, I will be drinking when I do my videos.
Oh, you should get shit-faced and do a video. I think people want to see that.
No, because I won't be able to.
Walk around at Candlestick Park.
I won't be able to keep my clothes on.
Yeah, that's what everybody's waiting to see right there. That's the one that costs. Mm-hmm. No. Yeah. I bet you that could be a special thing that people actually pay for. We
could put that on a Patreon account.
We get extra features. You get to see boobs.
Ain't nobody paying for this shit.
We should say that in the video, I do mention about stickers. I show the stickers for people who have not seen the stickers, and you can get those free. All you have to do is send your mailing address to thisepicdisaster@gmail.com. We will send you stickers, color, black and white stickers for free. No questions asked. Just send us your address. We don't really keep your address. I'm not saying we won't, but we don't have any need for it. We don't have a mailing list.
It's not like we have
like
some
that.
sort of access database where we keep people's
Someone asked, Gary this week asked me to send some stickers, and he's like, "You've got my address on file." And I just went back and looked in the email, and there it was. There's his address. So he didn't even have to send his address.
But we don't actually have a file.
No.
So we don't.
The email file was it. So yeah, do that, and you can get free stickers. We have a free playlist. We did do a playlist. We voted. Everybody voted on our summer playlist 2018.
Yes.
That is also on our website.
And it's pretty great.
It's fun. Why am I spitting so much?
I don't know. But I already took a shower, so I'm good.
Hey, speaking of shower, I think we should do, this week we had our hot tub cleaned.
I think a bug just crawled on me, and I'm really freaking out.
Maybe I spit again. We had our hot tub cleaned and all upgraded and new jets put in. It's
We're
awesome.
going to do a hot tub show.
I think we should do a hot tub and no naked stuff, but I think we should do a hot tub show. The only thing I got to figure out what if we drop a mic and we electrocute ourselves? I mean,
then we won't do any more hot tub.
So many ratings. It would be
right?
the highest rating show ever. But if I can figure out a way that we can kind of hook up the mics and stuff where we don't have to worry about it falling in and killing us.
We have mic stands that we can put outside the hot tub and point the mics in at us.
Yeah, but my wife might come out and throw it in.
I mean,
she's anxious to do that.
2 birds, 1 stone, right?
But
2 birds, 1 mic.
Yeah, but I do think we should do a hot tub show at some point soon. Really soon, hot tub show.
Are we're videoing?
No, hell no. We want to attract an audience. Not to, no one never ever needs to see that.
Thanks for that.
It's like a Greenpeace documentary. We don't need that at all.
And she's breaching.
Yeah. No, I think we'll spare the people any of our flesh. I mean, if you want to do a video, that's fine. No one wants to see this stuff though. But hot tub video will be coming up soon. So yeah, I think we need to start breaking into the video domain a little more.
Cool.
It'll be fun.
It's way too hot for a hot tub video.
The hot tub was on it was cold inside there, so we can make it colder. We can do a cool tub.
Ooh.
It could be a cool tub.
A cool bubbly tub.
Cool tub video.
We can have a cool bubbly tub.
This epic disaster. Our hot tub could be a disaster and could be cold.
I like it.
I think that's probably what should happen.
Yes.
That's about it. Let's start wrapping up the show, shall we?
What do you think of this beer?
I've just started liking sours.
Uh-huh.
So anything that's sour, I kind of like now.
Yeah. I mean, I'm totally into the sours right now.
I don't like the smell of it. When I start to drink it, I get a little whiff of the smell.
I think that's your upper lip.
No, it's that tea smell. It smells like tea, iced tea. He's my favorite rapper.
Is that a prop?
Smells like
he's one of my favorite actors.
It's that Earl. It's kind of that Earl Grey tea smell. Personally, I don't care for that, and so I smell that, and I'm like, oh, it's not going to taste good. And I drink it, and I'm like, that's pretty good.
Okay, so surprisingly. Actually, not surprisingly, I have finished my beer.
Yes, and you've been eyeing mine, and you don't get it.
Damn it. There's more down there.
Yeah.
We're going to go have chili dogs and beer.
Oh, that's right. We are. Ooh,
of course, they are vegetarian, just so you know. There's no dog in those dogs.
That's another thing. I did a vegetarian video this week, and I put it on This Epic Disaster page, and I showed buying those hot dogs. I don't know why I did it.
This is exciting.
Well, we've talked about eating veg. We're both vegetarian. We've talked about it, and I just kind of thought most people don't know what vegetarians eat. So I just thought I would show you what I just bought. It's kind of stupid, but I did it.
Okay.
So
maybe
curious.
Maybe I'll do a video of the farmers market this Sunday.
You should do a video of actually eating the hot dog. You'd be like, hot dog.
That's disgusting.
I know.
Okay.
I'm giving the beer 4.
Me too.
I like it. Did
you ever realize you and I are the same person?
No, half the time we don't agree on the beer. Today we do. Sours, I think we're kind of. I mean, you like pickle juice. You would drink a pickle juice beer.
I have drank a pickle juice martini.
I'm sure. Okay, so both of us say 4. It's good. I don't particularly like the smell. The taste is a little similar to the smell, but it's just the sour is good. It's a good
I
beer.
like it. When I first drank it, I could taste the Earl Grey and I could taste the bergamot.
Yep. It's a very interesting taste.
After about the fourth drink, I would say it just became a sour.
That's the way it always works. But, and I totally agree with that. The first couple of swallows was really a unique flavor, and then it just kind of becomes it just becomes a sour. But the smell kind of lingers. It's that Earl Grey tea smell. It's kind of good.
Yeah.
Anyway, like it. That's all I'm going to say about it. Hey, people, thanks for listening to the show. Thanks for doing things. Thanks for hanging out with us. We do ask that maybe you promote us to your friends if you like the show. And just every once in a while, drop a Facebook post. Just say, hey, check this out.
You can share any post I share.
That's right.
If you're a friend of mine, and I think half of our audience is, you can just share my posts.
You can share. You can be my friend. Go to Facebook.
You can follow us at
Rick Baldwin Official is my own page.
There you go.
If you want to follow me there, you can. You don't have to.
You can follow me if you can find me.
You can go to This Epic Disaster on Facebook.
And you can share those posts as well.
Oh, just tell your friends if you like the show. If you don't like the show, please don't tell your friends. We don't want them to know.
And I want to just send a shout out to Rashawn, because she told me, my friend Rashawn, she's in Anchorage, Alaska.
Oh, yeah.
And she told me that she is buying a T-shirt and a mug. And just by wearing that T-shirt, if she ever chooses to wear the T-shirt, she will be promoting our show.
She will have you on her chest. Everyone has wanted Sherry on their chest.
It's not the first time.
At one point or another. And so it's kind of cool. But we do, we love it. We just love it when you participate.
Yes.
So you can do that by going to our website, thisepicdisaster.com. There's stuff there on the website. Twitter, we're there. We're there on Instagram. We're on Facebook. We do have a YouTube video.
A YouTube
video videos, a channel. That's the word
you were looking for.
But we do have a video too, and lots of other videos.
A couple of them.
And what I forgot about until this week, every podcast we do is automatically released on YouTube.
So the audio.
That's exactly right.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So you can find us there. We're all over the place. And if you just don't want to be public and you just want to send us something private, our email address is thisepicdisaster@gmail.com. You can do that. You can tell us things. You can ask us questions. If you have relationship advice, Sherry's always willing to give out.
And I'm so good at it.
Relationship advice. If you just
really am.
If you want to tell us about a disaster that happened in your life, if you want to tell us what your favorite concert is. Hey, we do have, I forgot to mention it. We got a few favorite concerts. I'm going to do it really, really quick because people mention their favorite concerts and I don't want to leave it out. Justin said Linkin Park and Chris Cornell.
I know Justin, and I could see that.
Yep.
Yep.
Brandon says Paul McCartney 2011, 3 hours and not a bad song the whole time.
Oh, wow. What a great show.
Gary, Blink 182 and Green Day.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
gotta be great.
Duh.
And Matt says, I saw Pennywise opening for Soundgarden in Germany in 1995. And Pennywise was throwing beer into the crowd. It was crazy. So they just sound like great concerts.
Thanks for sending us your concerts, guys.
And you can do that too. You can comment on things that we talk about on the show. You can ask us. Sometimes you can program the show. Just tell us subjects you want us to talk about.
And we'll do it.
We'll be happy to. And if you're really, really cool and a really interesting person, we might interview you on the show.
If you want to.
Sometimes
if you want to come join us in the studio.
But other than that, thank you very much.
Thank you.
For following us.
All right.
And we'd like for you to come back. We're here. We got a new show every Monday. And that's where you can find us. So.
But if you subscribe, don't you get it Sunday night?
I would say subscribe. There are some times it gets released a little bit early. We don't like to talk about it, but secret releases on Sunday night whenever that can happen. So subscribers sometimes we don't announce it most of the time. So only subscribers. No, I just don't want people to know. It's a secret thing only for the subscribers.
Sorry.
If you do subscribe, if you don't subscribe first, go subscribe. That's real easy. You just go to iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher, whatever. Just click the subscribe button. All of a sudden, you can get brand new podcasts all sent to your thingy. And if you've never heard a podcast on your thingy, it's awesome. That's how I listen to all my podcasts.
None of those words made any fucking sense.
I know. No, you subscribe, and a podcast automatically downloads to whatever device. Your phone, your iPad, your computer, whatever you listen to them on.
Okay.
It automatically does it. And if you do that, we just ask, please, give us a little rating on the place that you download the podcast. Give us stars. Tell them what you think about it, because it helps us out a lot.
A lot.
Yep.
Yep.
That's all we ask. We don't ask a lot from you. And we ask you to get some of our stickers.
So we're going to leave you with this.
Leave them with this.
Thank you for listening.
We will be back next week.
Goodbye.
Let's go eat a hot dog.
Okay, bye.